gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Robert's Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. The NXT Takeover 2015 Brooklyn just got off the WWE Network. Overall, pretty good show. Obviously, there's always going to be spots that could be better, spots that were really good. For the most part, it delivered the 6 matches that were on the card. There were 4 other matches that were taped for NXT for later. So I'll run over the 6 that were on the TakeOver card. We started with Tyler Breeze versus Jushin Thunder Liger. Obviously, Jushin Thunder Liger never wrestling for WWE before. This is his kind of WWE NXT debut. From what I've read, just kind of on loan from New Japan. Don't know if WWE will eventually sign him and bring him over or what's going on. I know he's wrestling in the States a lot over the years with New Japan Pro Wrestling, with WCW back in the day. This match, pretty decent match. I gave it 2 3/4 stars. It was only about 9 minutes long. Could have been better. Started off kind of slow. Liger did a modified surfboard, and then as Liger had Breeze down, he picks up Breeze's selfie stick and was taking selfies and stuff. So that was kind of funny. And of course, Breeze goes to grab it, and Liger kind of threw it to him and then kicked him, and then the ref took it out. And one thing that Corey Graves said that I thought was kind of neat was he said, Jushin Thunder Liger is like a fine wine, just gets better with age. I will comment on Corey Graves on announcing. Oh my God, he's one of the better WWE announcers. I love him on there. I've loved him on NXT. I've watched. I mean, eventually, hopefully, he comes on Raw, comes on the actual pay-per-views for WWE. But he's really good at what he does. I really like him. Liger ended up winning this with a Liger Bomb, and the first running Liger Bomb in WWE. So, Liger getting the win there over Tyler Breeze. Next, we have the NXT Tag Titles on the line with the champions, Blake and Murphy, with Alexis Bliss versus the Von Villains. The Von Villains decided to add a piece to them to offset Alexis Bliss. They added blue pants. And at one point on Twitter, hashtag blue plants city was trending. Yeah, blue pants city. I can't talk tonight. I mean, wasn't the greatest tag match I've seen in a long time. It was actually, I thought it was pretty decent. Lasted about 11 minutes. I gave it 3 star. Could have been, if it was a little longer, I think it would have been, a little higher, but just kind of what it is what it is. You kind of knew they looked like NXT, WWE, wanted to kind of change things up a little bit here. Bringing in blue pants to kind of offset the Alexis Bliss, kind of, to me at least, kind of like, oh, okay, I know what angle they're going with. She stops Alexis Bliss. Without Alexis Bliss, Blake and Murphy can't defend the titles. So we had new NXT tag titles here with the Von Villains. So kind of changes up a little bit. Looks like the next NXT Takeover is October in the UK, in the UK, United Kingdom. So in England. So probably have a rematch there, maybe a 6-way or something. That way, something with blue pants and Alexis Bliss. But the Von Villains, new NXT Tag Team Champions. Next, we had the debut of Apollo Crews versus Ty Dillinger, the Perfect 10. 5-minute match, kind of 5-minute almost squash match, really. I give it 2 3/4. I wanted to see more. Apollo Crews looks like a Kevin Owens type. I've never seen him before, never heard of him before. He looks like kind of like a Kevin Owens type, very athletic, very strong. He did a standing moonsault, which I thought was quite athletic for him, big guy like that. So him, Apollo Crews getting the win in his NXT debut. And we had a little segment backstage with William Regal. He announced the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which will begin September 2nd on NXT. And the finals of that will be on October 7th on the NXT Takeover in the United Kingdom, which was announced by Triple H earlier in the night. They begin the United Kingdom. So it's kind of good to see Dusty Rhodes being big in NXT, them honoring him with the Tag Team Classic. Next match we had Baron Corbin versus Samoa Joe. Really the first chance I've really had to see Samoa Joe in NXT. It looks like the Samoa Joe of old, 16-year career on the indie circuit with, Ring of Honor and TNA and a little bit of New Japan, PWG, etc. Everywhere he's wrestled, kind of the vintage Samoa Joe type here. Baron Corbin, never really seen much of him. I like what I've seen so far just in this match. Kind of looks like the cocky most of his matches don't last very long. This one's about 11 minutes. I gave it 2 3/4. With more time, this match would have been a classic. Joe goes for the dive out of the ropes, and Corbin comes up with a freaking forearm to him. Corbin suplexed Joe, which was kind of interesting to see because he's that strong of a guy to be able to do a move like that. Having some back and forth submission moves for him. So I'd like for this to kind of continue, maybe a submission match between the two of them. Baron Corbin, to me, he's kind of the Kevin Nash, kind of Nash Batista with athletic ability. So I'd like to see that going forward. Joe getting the win by submission with Baron Corbin passing out. So I look at this really continuing with that. Corbin saying, I didn't tap out, I passed out. So maybe leading to the next NXT Takeover, October 7th. Maybe a submission match with these two. So that could be pretty good. Obviously both these guys going forward, probably hopefully be in the title hunt, along with the Tyler Breeze. Next we had the first of 2 main events, as announced by Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley. The women in one main event, and then the world title in the other main event. We had the NXT Women's title line. We had champion Sasha Banks, the boss, versus Bayley. Bayley obviously having multiple times, fighting for the NXT Women's Champion, not able to win, losing to Charlotte, and losing to Sasha Banks, I believe is the other one she lost to. Just really wanting to do this for so she doesn't let her mom down, who's been in every NXT event. She doesn't let the fans down. Really great back and forth match. Bayley doing a springboard elbow drop. Sasha doing her double knee off the top rope. She does. Sasha doing this is kind of I guess Bayley had broke her hand, was out a few months, come back, she had a brace on it. Sasha takes the bandage off, takes the wrapping off of it, puts her hand next to the ring post and the stairs and drop kicks the stairs into it. And while she's on the outside recovering, Bayley, Sasha's in the ring, and with the referee leaning over to check on her, Sasha does this, runs up behind the referee and does this flip over him onto Bayley, which was kind of crazy to see. Sasha had Bayley in the bank statement, and Bayley was able to get out of it, which is, you don't see very many women getting out of the bank statement. And then Bayley hitting her Bayley to belly suplexes. And then the first time that I've seen this move, pretty much probably the first time by a diva, if not one of the first times, a Bayley Karana. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I said a Bayley Karana. And after the Bayley Karana and a belly to belly suplex, we have a new NXT Women's Champion, Bayley. Bayley beating the boss here. 19-minute match. It was great to see a Divas match actually have some time, have some quality to it. I went 4 stars. It was very entertaining to me. Obviously not watching some of the other NXT Takeover shows, which I need to go back and watch. This is probably one of the best Divas matches I've seen in a long, long time. So I went 4 stars on it. It was really nice to see at the end Charlotte and Becky Lynch coming out and congratulating Bayley, even Sasha getting in the ring and congratulating her, and having the 4 horsewomen, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Bayley in the ring together, all embracing. So I started thinking about the 4 horsemen. Who'd you have? The main 4 horsemen. We'll go with Ric Flair. Woo! Arn Anderson, the Enforcer. Pick any of the other 2. Let's go with, I don't know. Barry Windham, Ollie Anderson, the original horsemen. And look at the 4 horsewomen. You have Ric Flair, Charlotte, Arn Anderson, the Enforcer, the Boss, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, Ollie Anderson, Bayley, Terry Blanchard. Hey, I mean, it matches up. I could see Sasha Banks being the enforcer of the 4 horsewomen. We haven't, besides that little thing there, we have the new NXT Women's title, Bayley. Next, for only the 2nd time in NXT history, we had the NXT title in a ladder match. We had champion Finn Balor versus former champion Kevin Owens. This wasn't a bad match. I mean, I didn't think it was the greatest ladder match I've ever seen, but it was good. We had kind of the anything goes type atmosphere, in the ring, outside the ring. They battle off in the crowd. Owens was trying, obviously was trying to take out Balor like he's taken out so many in NXT. Like he took out his best friend Sami Zayn. Like he took out, everyone else he's came into contact with. Neville and stuff. So, everybody's left on the stretcher, as Kevin Owens says. Balor, ended up hurting his, had a little spot on the outside of the ladder where Owens had the ladder. Balor wasn't, able to stop him, but kind of when the ladder came down, it came down on the Balor, hurt his ankle a little bit. Balor gets back in the ring trying to get the ladder. That's when Balor did the flip over the ladder, and that's when he hurt his ankle a little bit. Sorry, I kind of wrote some things down. Back kind of battling with the ladder in the ring, trying to set the ladders up. He had a couple super kicks by Kevin Owens. He had a pop-up powerbomb into the ring apron by Owens. Looking at that point like Owens was going to be able to just dominate this match and just run up the ladder. Owens ended up throwing Balor over the announce table, took the top of the announce table off and threw it at him. And Balor was able to come back from that. We get, Owens in the ladder, climbing up the ladder. Balor was in the ring. So they end up battling a little bit. Had Owens take a ladder and put it on the bottom of the ring post to the ladder, kind of like the 2nd or 3rd rung up. And then he climbs up. He drags Balor up it, trying to suplex him off this ladder onto another ladder. Balor was able to stop him from doing this, and then ended up pushing Owens off the ladder, and he fell right into that ladder. And then, the ladders get moved around. Balor goes back up it. Owens is laying at the bottom of the ladder, and Finn Balor's trying to grab the title. Looks down, looks up, kind of looked around like, I have an idea. So we get Finn Balor doing the coup de grace off the top of a ladder onto Kevin Owens. Then he repositioned the ladder, and still your NXT World Heavyweight Champion, Finn Balor. So overall, I give the show a 6.5 out of 10. 1 4-star match of the night was the NXT Divas title, or NXT Women's title. Couple matches, the Breeze Liger match didn't really live up to what I thought it was going to. Corbin Joe, kind of nothing really special about it. Apollo Crews match, Ty Dillinger should have been a lot longer. I want to see more of him. I want to see him in there with the Kevin Owens of the world, the Samoa Joe, the Sami Zayns. See what he really can do when it comes to power and, athletic ability. So overall, not a bad show. 6.5 out of 10. Stay tuned to Robert Sports Show for the SummerSlam review tomorrow night. As always, thanks for watching Robert Sports Show. Have a spiffy night. Robert Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channels.
If you close your eyes, your life and make the truth reveal. Since you never lived, and scars never heal. In the darkness, light will take you to the other side. Find me waiting there, you'll see.